The battlefield was quiet for only a moment, filled with the heavy sound of Ronan's ragged breathing. His sword arm trembled. His body was broken, covered in blood and wounds, but his eyes were still sharp. Across from him, the wounded General Adeshan stood, her arm twisted and nearly destroyed. Her presence was grim, her expression unreadable. Ronan staggered forward, pressing a hand to his chest. Adeshan, he muttered, his voice raw. For the first time since the chaos began, there was a strange calmness between them. They had both fought through endless battles. They had both lost too much. Adeshan's gaze lingered on him, filled with something between sorrow and steel. Her voice was hoarse. You shouldn't even be standing, Ronan. Yet, here you are, defying death itself. He gave a faint smirk, the blood dripped from his lips. Death doesn't scare me. Not anymore. The silence did not last. The ground shook with a deep rumble. The air grew colder. From the far edge of the battlefield, shadows spread across the sky. Ronan turned his head and froze. A new group of giants had appeared, monstrous, towering beings unlike the one he had slain. Their bodies were massive, their wings stretched white like those of demons. The sight of them darkened the ruined land, filling the horizon with dread. Ronan tightened his grip on his sword. His mind screamed in protest, but his warrior's heart urged him to fight. Even as his wounds burned, he prepared to face them again. More of you? Fine. I'll cut down every last one, he spat. But Adeshan stepped closer, her broken figure casting a shadow over him. Her voice was steady, but heavy with grief. No, Ronan. This is the end, he frowned, turning toward her in confusion. What are you talking about? We still have a fight ahead. Her hand suddenly struck. With speed that defied her wounded body, she drove her weapon deep into him. The blade pierced his chest. Ronan's eyes whitened, shock overwhelming his senses. Pain erupted through his body, sharper than any wound he had ever taken. Blood poured from his mouth. Adeshan, his voice trembled with rage and disbelief. His legs gave way, and he fell to his knees. He had fought countless enemies, slain monsters, survived impossible odds, but he had never imagined betrayal from her. Adeshan's own eyes glistened, her expression breaking for the first time. Forgive me, Ronan, she whispered. This is the only way. She knelt beside his collapsing form, her broken arm trembling as she reached into her cloak. The battlefield roared around them, steel clashing, the screeches of giants with wings, the smell of ancient blood. Yet in that chaos, she moved with a terrible calm, as if the world had narrowed to just this one man. From her cloak, Adeshan pulled out a small, glowing object, an orb of blue light, radiating warmth and power. Its glow defied the choking darkness, cutting through smoke and death like a fragment of the heavens itself. Her hand shook as she pressed it against the wound in Ronan's chest, where her blade had struck him down. Ronan gasped, his body convulsing. The strange energy surged into him, his vision clouding. His heartbeat slowed, echoing in his ears like distant thunder, yet the light pulsed against his soul. What are you doing? His voice was fragile, each word barely escaping his lips. Adeshan's face was pale, streaked with sweat and blood. Tears welled in her eyes, but her voice remained steady, carrying the weight of command and despair. This world, it's already lost. But you must go back. You can change it. Her words struck him harder than the wound itself. Go back? Change it? His mind struggled to grasp what she meant, even as the orb's light sank deeper into him. The battlefield blurred, sounds collapsing into silence. His senses unraveled. The weight of his body slipped away as the reality itself was breaking apart. Ronan's final sight was her face, sorrowful, resolute, beautiful even in ruin. Then, darkness. Pure, endless darkness. But the darkness was not empty. The blue light spread across it, wrapping him in warmth as if guiding his soul. He drifted in the void, carried by a force greater than himself. Memory surged harsh, unrelenting. The brutal training in the army camp, the laughter of comrades long dead, battles that scarred his body and mind, betrayal that broke his heart, and the pain of his death. Each memory struck like fire, but he held on to them. He would not let them fade. They were his truth. His burden. His weapon. The light carried him through that endless void, and suddenly breath. His lungs filled with air. His chest rose, strong and unbroken. His eyes flew open. The battlefield was gone. No smoke, no giants, no blood. Instead, above him stretched a sky of dazzling blue, unmarked by death, alive with sunlight. He blinked rapidly, confusion clawing at his mind. He sat up, trembling. His wounds were gone. His chest borne a fatal strike. His arms were whole, his muscles unscarred. He looked at his hands, steady, young, untouched by years of slaughter. His heart pounded in disbelief. What is this? He muttered. The noise of soldiers filled his ears, not screams of despair, but familiar, rowdy voices. He turned and saw them. Faces he knew. Comrades who should have been long dead, laughing, training, alive. The camp stretched before him, exactly as it had been in the days before it all went wrong. His breath caught. Adeshan's words echoed like a vow inside his skull. You must go back. You can change it. Realization struck like a blade of lightning. He had returned. Reincarnated into his own past, his body renewed, his memories intact. The gods, or perhaps Adeshan's desperate gift, had granted him another chance. Ronan's fists clenched, his nails biting into his palms. Rage and resolve burned together in his chest. The war had taken everything from him once. He had watched his comrades fall. He had seen betrayal rot their ranks. He had bled and died. But not this time. Never again. This time he whispered, his voice low, trembling with fury and determination. His eyes blazed like steel drawn in sunlight. This time, I'll carve my own path. I'll change it all. And in that moment, Ronan was no longer the broken man who fell in the battlefield. He was reborn, the genius swordsman who would defy destiny itself.